This Week in Rage.
I'm angry. What a dick. I pay taxes, bitch. What?
Number 5.
Oh, these Miracle Ear commercials. They used to have the one that was like a little transistor radio with an earpiece, but now they have this new diabolical one, which looks like a little Bluetooth thing. Looks like a little headphone for a cell phone. And first off, well, they show the commercial. It's always the same thing. First off, it's the chick out in the wilderness, and she's listening to birds. First off, don't you get an ass full of birds as it is? I wish they'd pipe the F down. I don't want to hear more birds. I'd like less birds. I like to carve their vocal cords out. I like a silent bird. You know, I have the hairless dogs. How about a bird with no tongue? You know what I mean? I could get down with having a parrot as a pet if it would shut the F up. So, I don't like the way bird sounds, but it's a BS thing, because you don't get it to listen to birds. It's like, you ever see, when I was a kid, I'd go to the Army surplus store, and I'd see the vibrators in the back of the counter they had there. It's like, and they'd show the chick holding it to her neck.
Yeah, it's a massage tool.
Yeah, and I think to myself, wait a minute, sweetie, you ain't putting it on your neck, are you? It's the same thing with these and the birds. Nobody goes there to listen to birds. You know what you do? You want to overhear. You want to eavesdrop. You want to hear other people's conversations. Yes. Which, by the way, is an invasion of my privacy. When I'm talking about the Patriot Act, I can't call you a douchebag from across the room without you knowing about it. And by the way, guess who will be called the douchebag when you're at the gym and you're on the treadmill and there's the two hot chicks in the 80s leotards standing? By the way, every one of these commercials looks like somebody built a time machine, went back to 1988 and cast it. Every single one of these infomercials somehow was cast with central casting and a central time machine. But the point is this, and they're always doing that thing where it's always good, too, where they're going, that guy's cute on the treadmill. I wouldn't want this Miracle Ear because I know 90% of what I would hear is, Carolla's a douchebag. Would somebody buy that guy a toothbrush? For the love of Christ. Look. Either you get him deodorant or I'm going to do it. I swear to God, I'm going to get drunk at the Christmas party this year. And you know he's going to get a big chub pack of men in this year for me. I swear to God. Unmarked card. I swear to Christ, I'll tell that Carolla to his face. Jesus, does he ever floss? Does he ever shut up? You know 90% of what you would hear with your Miracle Ear, eventually you'd kill yourself, right? How many days walking around with that Miracle Ear before the birds and the smack talking just force you to actually swallow it? Wait a minute. The other scenario is the old lady's at church, and she's using the Miracle Ear. Look, if you're at church and you can't hear what the guy's saying, either A, God doesn't want you to know what's going on, or B, you need to go to a black church. Nobody needs a goddamn Miracle Ear at the black church. I've been to the mountain! I've been to the mountain! Like, there's no, What's Reverend Wright saying? I'm sorry, I got one of the back pews. I showed up late. What's he saying? Yeah, go to a black church. No Miracle Ear. Show up with miracle muffs.
God has a Miracle Ear. That's how God can hear us praying.
Yes. Feel like I would buy the Miracle Muff at the Army surplus store.
Number 4.
Longevity tips. Tips in general, but especially these goddamn longevity tips. What we do is we find people that somehow just genetically have the predisposition to live long. I don't know why. They're always smoking and drinking Johnny Walker and eating red meat and Cheetos, but no, we got to sit down and talk to the old black guy. 112 years young. How'd you make it? I start off every morning with a bowl of styrofoam packing peanuts. And I don't use milk. I use Johnny Walker Black Label. And then I drink, and then I smoke unfiltered Lucky Stripes. And then I watch TV. And I actually have a radon machine. I put my head under it and I suck it up like it's some kind of ventilator. And then I go to work in his asbestos factory building shifts. That's why I want them to tell me a tip. Because according to them, and these are always the same guys, it's never the health food nuts. It's never a guy. It's never the juicing guy with the huge eyebrows. It's always the same person from the small town in Louisiana. And this bitch they had on CNN 2 days ago, Cheetos. Cheeto, Bull Brian, will you find that stupid? it's too long. It's too long. But the answer was Cheetos. She said eat Cheetos. Eat something that's painted orange, that's super high in cholesterol, saturated fats, red dye number 15, and sodium. That's the key to longevity? Thanks for the tip, bitch.
Number 3.
And the newscasters always laugh like they're either dealing with retarded kids or animals when they come by. Isn't that sweet? All right.
Number 3.
People who abuse the 911 system. This is a system that is set up for emergencies. Me throwing a party with the stereo too loud is not an emergency. A cat in a tree is not an emergency.
McCain's brother sitting in traffic. The traffic's not an emergency. Jeff Conaway wants to leave rehab. That's not an emergency.
That's right. You can't get the lid off the pickle jar and you're picking up the blower now. We give tremendous fines in this society if